Hello and welcome, sports fans, to Mercyhurst College, home of the Lakers. I'm John Baranowski. With me is David Stearns. We have an interesting broadcast for you tonight. I'm sick with a cold, but I'm trying to recover here. And we're without a cameraman. It's during fall break. So right now, I am speaking and doing the camera work, which means I can't hold up a roster at the moment. Stearnsy is supposed to join me here shortly, and I believe he's going to do the camera work. Yeah, there he's coming. He's doing the PA announcing, which means he has to run down there, too. He just finished National Anthem. But we are underway here with Mercyhurst College and John Carroll University. The Blue Streaks are here in Mercyhurst. And looking good here with 19 minutes remaining in the first period of play. I'm going to hand the camera over now. Hopefully we didn't miss too much as Leon shoots and misses. So he's going to switch me here. And he takes the helm. All right. As I reach for my clipboard, here during the first day, the Friday of fall break, as next to nobody is here, only a few Mercyhurst faithful are in the arena. And we stand here, and we get a whistle. I believe that's offsides. We're going to attempt some new things here. Since we have no idea how many people are watching, and since this broadcast can't get that much worse anyway. So Stearnsy's going to try a second mic, which he's trying to plug in at the moment. Not yet.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
You hear me now? But does everyone else hear me now?
They should be able to hear you now. It's interesting, wearing the headphones, which I don't usually do.
Too many wires up here, buddy. This is going to be fun.
Oh, this is going to be real fun.
As I feel this platform ready to bust down on me.
It's interesting because I hear myself in one ear and you in the other.
Hey, the fans will love that. It'll be like back and forth. Kind of be like, what is that show, Crossfire?
The oddest part is the earphone you're on is opposite where you're standing to me, so it's quite confusing.
Boy, you're going to be going cross-eyed by the end of the day.
Oh, I think so. I might end up having these earphones handed over to you soon. All right. With the puck now, I can't tell anybody here. I think that was Martin.
Yes. All right.
Martin clears it up, and it's going to be iced with 18:06 remaining. John Carroll University here at Mercyhurst College.
This is going to be fun. I have an off switch on my microphone, which I may end up doing quite a bit here tonight. So lather in my voice now, folks. You won't hear much of it because I don't even have a roster for myself up here. It's going to be a little difficult to do. But, hey, if you want to stand up here with me, buddy, then you're more than welcome to.
Hey, why not? There's no reason for me to be down there. All right. Yeah, you just turned your microphone off, Dave.
How bad of a click was it?
It wasn't that bad. Just kind of went silent in one side. It was like I was deaf in one ear.
All right, we need surround sound then. I'll keep it on.
All righty. With it, fighting for it, that was Revit. Martin will get it back, and he will clear it down the ice. It'll be chased, but no one will get to it, and it'll be iced once again. But a deja vu here, 17:41 on the clock.
Well, we didn't have a pregame show today because of the chaos that's ensuing here as far as our whole broadcast goes. But, yeah, quite an interesting weekend. I think that we had a very successful weekend on our end, and let's see if that momentum carries over to this weekend where the Lakers can go 3-0 if they get a good win tonight.
Here's hoping. We might have had some troubles with the last game being played. We're going to see what happened there and why and what's going to happen because of it.
You all missed a dandy, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal game against Oswego in Oswego. A very, very nice arena there. With the puck, Kenny Hunt, he tries to dump it in. Reaching for it was Matt Toma. He couldn't get to it. Leon Will Toma will eventually get to it and try to clear it out. Chasing now, Sullivan clears it out. Mercyhurst with it. That was played by number 30, which is Carson Loveday. I don't have him written here on my roster. I'm going to have to do that sooner or later.
Our only fan is cheering out there. I love it.
Yeah, we have maybe a total of 10 fans in the stands right now as everyone is home on fall break here at Mercyhurst College. And the goaltender will freeze the puck. And that is number 1, Nick Fabrizio.
Panning across the crowd here, it looks like we got more John Carroll, if anything, but that's all right. We still got our guy with the horn. I don't see their guys with any horns.
We got to love the horn guy. The breakout for John Carroll taken by Scott Matthews. Played by Loveday. That was a bit dangerous. That would have been a delay game in the NHL. He was outside that trapezoid. With it now is Stefanski. He's chasing it up ice. He works through a man into the corner. Eventually it'll be poked away for him up to, I believe that's Miranda. Miranda will put it in deep, and will eventually be picked up. It went in. That shot by Devin Henry.
Looked like Devin Henry had a good shot there. It might have gotten deflected there by Brian Stefanski, who's parked right in front of the net, but I'm believing that Devin Henry will get credit for that goal. Nice little snipe shot, catching a goalie, blocker side.
Honestly, I thought it bounced off of equipment oddly.
I saw it deflect off of something, but I wasn't sure if it was a player or not.
Yeah, I had no idea it even hit the back of the net. I was going by the fan response, and thank goodness I did. It's kind of nice being at home. You have your own little goal light.
Exactly. The red light is our fans.
All right. With the puck now, that's Cosimo Polino trying to clear the puck up. He's being wrestled down. Stefanski's going to chase it. He's going to take it around the net. And he's going to try a little bit of deja vu here. With it is Stanley. James Stanley cleared the puck. It's going to be played by Lovedale. With it now. These are some of the ugliest jerseys I've ever seen in my life. It's hard. The numbers aren't that hard to read, but it's just I'm blinded every time I see it. It's just a mustard and blue.
That gold kind of color that they've infused here in the midnight blue. I don't know what that is, but when I looked at their website, it looked like they were emulating Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, it's Tampa Bay meets Buffalo Sabres, and they don't mix well.
Hey, take it easy there on my Sabres. I saw your website. I wanted to report you, but I didn't find any kind of resource on the site to do that.
There's a reason for that. He's talking, of course, of
slander.
GOC.com/RBKSUCKS.
Yes, we cannot say that word on TV.
But that is the URL, so if you want to check it out for jersey reviews and news, it's currently under construction, but that's run by myself, John Baranowski.
Yeah, whereas when I said slander and you can't use that word, I was talking about the Penguins. I'm just kidding, folks.
All right. With the puck now, it's a lot harder to see up here, folks. I'll be the first to admit that. I believe that's Charlie Revitt with the puck, and he pokes it out, and Louis Caracci is going to take it. He's going to work it out over to Ryan Fox. It'll be played in by, I believe that was Blake Camlin, and it was taken by Caracci.
Yeah, Blake Camlin, I believe, is being put up into the front lines today instead of playing defense like he did over the weekend.
One will shoot, but that'll be wide of the net, as will the shot by Scherer. 14:39 in the game. Mercyhurst Lakers up 1 over the John Carroll University Blue Streaks. I apologize for my voice being not its usual self. I am suffering a bit of a cold. You gotta love this good Mercyhurst weather. As I cough away from the microphone, but we have a face-off to the right of goaltender.
I think most of us got sick after that trip, by the way.
Yeah, that road trip was very, very difficult on the immune system.
I blame it on Syracuse's ice-cold rink.
Had to be. Martin with it. He will clear it across, and that'll go to Odell. Odell tries to play it up to Hunt, but Hunt didn't know the puck was coming, and that'll be played instead by number 27, Ryan Atkinson of John Carroll. Be taken by Martin. He will try to play it across, but he will instead get the puck back. Behind his own net, he looks, and he gets it to Kenny Hunt. Hunt moves it up. He couldn't get it to Warren, but it'll bounce off of Pat Leone and go off sides.
This is going to be the longest game ever. I'm sitting here trying to weasel with the microphone and the camera and that, and then trying to keep track of what you're doing, and I think it's better off that you have the headset on, though, because, I don't know,
that'll just be one more thing for you to worry about. If you want it, I'll give it to you.
I look like a weird person holding a mic, having headphones, and doing a camera and talking. I don't think I can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Well, we will play with some things here, so please stick with us through our technical difficulties, as we are extremely thin on personnel. Well, that little scrum will be between Stefanski and Chris Smolt, and that'll result in a face-off. Here, 13:46 remaining.
We definitely need headsets with microphones, man.
Oh, if we had that, this would be quite easy. Face-off won by John Carroll. That'll be taken by Seabolt. He will clear it in. Mercyhurst to play it, be kept in by Toma. Toma will shoot. No, that'll be off a player. Now chased by Smolt. Smolt goes over to Stanley. Now over to Dobson. Dobson shoot. That'll go into a few players, and it'll go out of the zone. Played by Toma. Odell gets the puck. He's looking for someone open. He doesn't want to see Martin. He tries to go to Gaines, but Gaines couldn't hold on to the puck. Now played by Odell behind the net. Over to Gaines. Gaines clears it into the zone. And it'll be taken by John Carroll. No, Warren will steal the puck quickly. He looks, he shoots. And it'll go in! He shoots and scores! 12:51 in the first period of play.
What a great effort by Warren, breaking into the zone like that, stealing off of turnover from the John Carroll blue streak, and he runs it into the net. That goalie didn't see it coming. He didn't know how to manage it because he saw number 26.
All right, now I want to try something here with the microphone. We are going to play around here as Mercyhurst is up 2-1. And we're going to take some chances here. John Carroll with it. Cleared in. And I'll be chased. Go ahead, you can turn the camera.
I can turn.
You can turn the camera, I'll manage. I was taken by Gannon Carr, who clears it up over to Kenny Hunt. Kenny Hunt will play the puck around the horn. That's just now taken. That was frozen up. Hold on, Stearnsy, you're not plugged in. Now try talking to the back of the camera.
Talking to the back of the camera? How does it sound?
You hear a little bit of ambient noise, but you're all right.
Ambient noise? Oh boy.
I still get you. So you basically hear some arena noise behind you. I think that's all right. As Carson Loveday covers the puck with 12:17 remaining.
So can I drop this microphone?
Yeah, the microphone's dead.
Cool. It's dead.
So that's one less thing for you to hold.
I can grab it.
So if you just talk towards it, I think you'll get a pretty okay.
All right, well, here he comes.
I can hear you. That's Matt Warren with it. He looks, he shoots. Oh, that'll go wide. Leon looks to chase. That'll go all the way out of the zone, and it'll be back out to Gannon Carr. Kenny Hunt picks up the loose change. Hunt still with the puck. He looks for an open man. He can't seem to find what he wants to do. He'll go to Carr, back to Hunt. Kenny crosses. There'll be a penalty called. Referee signals. Matt Warren quickly skates out of the box. He knows what he's done, and he will get 2 minutes to think about it. Cool your skates, man. Cool your skates.
I didn't see what happened. I mean, I'm too busy watching the play here. So, but yeah, very interesting.
Well, we don't have a play-by-play right now. Todd Sturgis is also on break. He's our PA announcer, so we won't be able to find out exactly what happened. But we will do the best we can here at Mercyhurst College as John Carroll play-by-play takes effect. That was Marici clearing it into the corner. Played in front. Good shot and a goal. Who was that? I want to say that was Smoltz. I'll be wrong if that was Matthews or Lewis.
Not exactly sure. I don't have a roster on my side, but definitely the pressure was on there. The penalty killed by the Lakers. Looking a little bit sluggish there and keeping in positioning, but we'll have to wait and see how they react as special teams was definitely stretched on this entire week in practice.
All right, I don't think that microphone sounds too bad. I'll let you play with the headset here sooner or later. But the Lakers are up 2-1 here now. The John Carroll University has taken it within one, halved their lead, with 11:20 remaining in the first period of play. It is taken by John Carroll, clearing it in. In front, number 13, Smolt. He couldn't put it in. Especially picked up by the Lakers. Hit hard was Gaines. Scherer chasing the puck. He rubs number 13, Chris Smolt, off of it. 11 minutes remaining. A little bit of a scrum. A penalty will be called. It looks like I think it was a slash. Eventually touched by John Carroll, and we will find out what it was.
Definitely looks like it was being called a holding, and it is going to be somebody that doesn't know that they're going to the box because they're skating towards the bench, and that would be number 6 for John Carroll.
That's Ed Seabolt. He will get 2 minutes. Into the sin bin he goes. 10:52 says the clock. If you haven't noticed, John Carroll's logo on the jersey is simply the old Tampa Bay Lightning without lightning on it. And John Carroll in place of Tampa Bay, written in a nice little cursive there.
How creative.
Yeah, indeed. I don't see how it represents a blue streak, considering that the lightning bolt is white.
The only blue streak I've seen was a movie. Martin Lawrence.
Can they use that as a mascot?
Yeah, they're gonna. Martin Lawrence is their mascot.
Interesting. Stefanski with it. He's in the corner. He's looking for an open man. He'll find it. Martin. It jumps over his stick. Martin couldn't keep it in the zone. He will pass it over to Matt Warren, who will try and set things up once again. Over to Martin. Martin being pressured by Grandy and Eddie. Martin gets it back. Goes over to Warren. Warren hit hard by Matthews. It's now taken out by Martin. Martin, who was our cameraman in Oswego, did quite a good job.
He wanted anonymity, but you gave him no mercy. And it looks like we have another call coming up to John Carroll.
No,
Lakers should let them touch the puck so they can get a 5-on-3 opportunity, and now they do.
I'm saying he did a good job. He's as good behind the camera as he is on the ice.
He deserves the credit for sure.
Oh, most definitely. Looks like Mercyhurst will get a 5-on-3 opportunity here as Scott Matthews will go to the box. Matthews has already come out and been quite a physical player, putting a big hit on Matt Warren, something which is never good to do here in Mercyhurst College.
Oh, you mess with the best, man, you'll get the horns. Oh, wait, I think it's if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. All right, I screwed that out.
And you have far too much to do here doing camera and color commentary. The shot taken by Martin. Oh, and snatched out of the air. Fabrizio had quite the save.
Nice snag there by the goaltender. What was it?
Nick Fabrizio.
Fabrizio. Yeah, as the crowd's chanting, he's a hooker, as John Carroll gets a second penalty.
That was a hooking call. As the faceoff was won by Mercyhurst, Stefanski with it now. He will pass it back to Leon. Over to Martin. Martin will try and shoot. That'll go too high. Goalie couldn't glove it. Top four behind the net. It'll eventually be poked out, and Leon will get there first. Looks like there'll be another call.
We got an interference call coming up here to John. Oh, wait, maybe not. It's going to Mercyhurst. Brian Stefanski? Yes, it is.
Stefanski's coming off. Looks like it'll be a little 4-on-3 hockey.
Which is something very rare right now that the team has not seen a lot of this season yet. But they've seen a lot of 5-on-3s and 5-on-4s, either in their favor or against them. But we'll have to see how they react here on a 4-on-3.
9:20 says the clock. We will find out how Mercyhurst plays this very shortly. Warren with it. He passes it back over to Gannon Carr. Carr crosses the blue line. He will push it in the zone, but he will have his pocket pick. Cleared out. No, it'll be stopped by Stepanian. Warren. He looks, he shoots, so I'll go wide. Stepanian in front. That was wide too. Warren tries to keep it in as it's cleared. He can't do so. The first penalty to John Carroll expires, and it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute. Warren with the puck racing up. He couldn't get through two men. Cameron roughs a man and tries to get through. Yeah, he will get the puck. Oh, but it won't get through to his intended target. It'll look like it'll be cleared away. Gannon Carr will take the puck and try and wheel it over to Matt Warren. Warren passes it up to Stepanian, who will clear it in. 41 seconds on that penalty to John Carroll. Stepanian trying to get the puck back. Oh, he will hit a man hard. That's Polino he hit. Eventually be poked out, and it'll go to Gannon Carr, who will clear it behind the net. Oh! Stepanian went for a hit, and he got leveled. I'm not sure exactly how that went down, but he just went down and went into the boards hard.
Yeah, it definitely looked a little like a vicious hit there. I'm guessing he got an elbow into it, or it could be a boarding call. We're not exactly sure here. We'll have to see what the guy in stripes decides here.
Well, someone's going off, and it looks like it'll be from John Carroll. That'll be Brendan Lewis coming off.
He's getting a roughing call there.
I think roughing is the best way to split the levels between those.
I guess so.
8:08 says the clock. Lakers will be up 4 men to 3 for the remainder of their 43-second penalty to Stefanski. With it now is Odell. Odell goes over to Revitt. Revitt carries it in. He tries to go. He does go around the man. He will shoot, but there was too much goaltender in the way. He just ran out of real estate right there. 4-on-4 hockey. for the next 22 seconds. Mercyhurst fighting for it. Instead it'll be taken by Ryan Atkinson of John Carroll and passed up, but he couldn't connect with Merici. The small but growing crowd gets into it. Odell clears the puck in, almost through the linesman. He had to duck right quick there. Oh, and a big hit behind the net. That was Charlie Revitt on Matthew. The momentum is definitely in Mercyhurst's favor. Quick shot by Stepanian was wide. Stefanski with the puck now. He looks like a man possessed. Kenny Hunt will play the puck. He's holding it. He will pass it up to Stefanski. Stefanski crosses the blue line, tries to go around the man, sweeps back, passes it off to Sheriff. He passes it in deep. Leon's shot couldn't connect. Hunt with it deep in the corner. He goes to Stefanski. Behind the net to Leon.
For someone that's sick, you're doing quite well there, buddy.
Keep
it up.
Leon goes to Warren. He shoots. Oh, that's wide. Rebound will come far off the dashers, but the goaltender will cover. Good play by Nick Fabrizio.
Matt Warren's got to get that puck on net a little bit more often just to create some rebounds for his boys there on the power play. But, man, I'm hoping I get an ESPY for this camera work.
ESPN doesn't really cover hockey, so you got to be careful of that.
That's right.
28 seconds remaining on the power play, but Warren shoots again, but that was blocked off of somebody's stick. Mercyhurst still with it. Scherer keeps it in. Well, he manages to, but is quickly taken by number 19, Sullivan. Sullivan breaks in. His shot gets stuck in the feet of Warren. His second shot will get through, but it'll be stopped by Loveday. Warren with the puck now. The penalty is expiring. 5 seconds remaining on it. Warren crosses. He looks. Now he tries to shoot. I think that was deflected off his stick. It looked like it would have been a good pass had someone been there. Warren gets the puck back. He keeps it in. He pushes it up to Leon, who gets it up to Hunt. Hunt goes and pushes it in front. No man there on the doorstep. And it will be cleared onto the bench. The backup goaltender, Ian Eichholz, he almost got a face full of rubber right there. That would have hurt.
Oh, yeah, definitely quite a wind-up there. I don't think they realized that they were actually full strength, but, hey, works out better for the Lakers here. Well, actually for them, for John Carroll. No icing. That works. Further out the zone.
All right. With it now is nobody with it right now, but there's a big hit. Charlie Revitt on who was that? Polino. Polino has been quite a rough player. He also made himself quite a target because of that. It's cleared up. What's going on?
I don't know. Let's find out from this guy right here. What is the referee calling here? Oh, he's got the box open for Charlie Revitt, and he's got him for a roughing. I believe it might have been a hit that was back in the play, coming up ice. Might have been a little bit of a late hit.
Could be. I know I probably shouldn't comment, but I find it rather amusing that the referee has extremely thick glasses.
And his name might be Magoo, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a stereotype there. There's a stereotype, regardless of how good his eyesight actually is.
You've done it again, Magoo.
Cleared out by the Lakers. 1:45 remaining on the penalty to Charlie Revitt. 5:16 says the clock, as it's taken by Eichholz. No, I'm sorry, that's a 6 on the back. That's Nick Merici. Merici clears it in, and it is currently taken. As I'm trying to look through David Stearns here on the camera. I'm glad I don't have x-ray glasses. All right, with it is Matthews. On the far side, he's being pinned. Matthews eventually gets it out to Merici, who shoots. And that'll go up into the meshing. 1:08 remaining on the penalty. 4:43 remaining in the period. 2-1 Mercyhurst here in Mercyhurst College. I'm the sick John Baranowski here with cameraman and color commentator David Stearns.
I'm everything, man.
As we have a extremely limited staff, as everyone is on fall break here at Mercyhurst College, except for the club hockey team and some of the Mercyhurst faithful in the stands.
Yeah, we just have no lives. We love hockey that much.
Oh, indeed we do. Merici clears it in. He will get it back as his player went off of him. Matthews, he goes over to Lewis. Lewis shoots, and that will be gloved by London.
And the a fan room of that work there, done by Carson Loveday. A great job he's done so far here. He's only seen half a game against, I believe it was the Hampton Roads Whalers last time.
Yep.
And he played quite well. Quite well. Only allowing, I believe it was 3 goals. Don't have his stats in front of me, but he does play quite a solid game.
I believe you're correct. All right, with it. Warren will steal the puck. He has 1 man ahead of him. He looks, he shoots. Oh, it'll go off the stick of the defender, which was Nate Dobson, who played it extremely well.
Well, he's got quite a crowd there.
And Matt Warren is covered by 3 men directly, 1 man behind. It almost looked like someone a football fumble. Eventually, John Carroll will come out with it. They have apparently targeted Matt Warren and are eliminating his presence quite effectively, especially on that play. With it now is John Carroll manning on the point. Lakers trying to get it out. They eventually will do so. Revitt will get it back to Warren. Warren had covered quickly by Fox. Revitt with it again. Fox fighting him. Toma will get the puck and try and push it out. He will do so, but Miranda will punch it right back in. 3:16 on the clock as Fabrizio plays the puck. Goes out, but goes directly to Gannon Carr. It's played by Henry, who left the puck up, but there was a bit of a miscommunication. Nobody can really get a stick on this puck right now. It's this very slippy puck. Behind the net is Stanley. Stanley looks, and Gaines will get it back. Henry with it. Sweater flapping in the breeze. Played by John Carroll, eventually played out. That was Chris Smolt. Scherer will pass it out to Stefanski. And he's fought by Smolt, as a couple Lakers are almost pushed into their own bench. Scherer with the puck in the corner. He will push it out to Stefanski. He will gain possession once again, tries to get around 2 men. He will try and go back, but his pass will be intercepted. That'll be cleared in, chased by Marici, and I think he's going to be called offsides.
Now we got ourselves an icing here. We'll come all the way back here into the John Carroll zone. I love it. I can do commentating and do the camera work as well, and suddenly we have the Backstreet Boys over the speakers.
I don't think this should ever be a hockey song under any circumstances, and I think they listen to me. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Quite interesting DJ down there.
2:07 says the clock. As John Carroll wins the face-off, Matthews with it now. Oh, and he is taken down by Charlie Revitt. Revitt has really stood up.
Sorry.
He has really stepped up to be a very physical player here and really worked to bang some bodies.
Doing a solid job on the physical line here. The checking line is doing a fabulous job, and it's just very interesting to see how his style of play here is meshing quite well with the new guys that are placed on his line, all them rookies there, and they're doing a fine job meshing together.
Odell goes up to Revitt, over to Stepanian. Stepanian across the blue line. He tries to clear it, but it'll go right into the shin pads of Karachi. Camlin in the corner. He will pin his man, which is Marici. He will eventually get the puck out, but waiting for it was Marici. Warren will get it back, punch it back in, but again it's taken by John Carroll. A lot of back and forth action, but not a lot of possession. A lot of clearing, a lot of pushing it. The puck taken by Revitt up to Warren. I'm sorry, that was Odell up to Warren. Warren goes around the man. Oh, he's eventually taken down, no call. As the puck is cleared directly into his forearm. Hunt with the puck right up front, but he couldn't keep a handle on it. But he will try and push it in. Oh, and somehow the goaltender gets a hold of it. 41.5 seconds remaining in the first period of play. That was a phenomenal play by all parties involved.
Definitely some great work ethic there by Matt Warren and line mates there, with Leon being a new addition, as we've noted, in Oswego. And we know that he is pretty much a permanent fixture now with this line, and he's doing a fine job mixing in well with Kenny Hunt and Matt Warren.
Leon pinning a man. Hunt will get the puck back. Miller will go back right into Leon's territory. And he will eventually get the puck back. He pushes it in front. Nobody was right there. It looks like nobody could get to it as it goes way back. With it now is Justin Henning, a name I haven't said in a while. Leone with the puck. He pushes, goes over to Kenny Hunt. Hunt loses the puck in the feet of Brendan Lewis, and then is pushed all the way back to be played by Carson Loveday. With the puck now, Ryan Fox. Quick and easy save by Loveday. He pushed up and the period will expire here. Mercyhurst will end the period up 2-1. John Baranowski here with David Stearns, and what is going to be the worst halftime, we're already saying halftime, I wish it was halftime, the first intermission report. We're both standing here at the wall in the back of our barn. I feel like I'm at a comedy club. Here, Mercyhurst College taking on John Carroll University after the first period of play. Well, what do you think so far? You get to see it all on the camera.
I know. Usually what we do is we stress on how the cameraman knows everything at these away games and that. And I think from what I'm seeing, we're seeing a lot of good back and forth work ethic, as I mentioned before, with like that Warren, Hunt, and Leone line. That's a great line put together there. And what we're seeing now is the absence now, which I should probably mention in this report right now. Adam Faulkner, congratulations for your promotion up to the NCAA D1 team here at Mercyhurst.
Congrats.
Congratulations, what a great opportunity for you. And now you left us in a sticky situation.
Yes, but he's served us well.
He has served this team well in past years, and that great career record with us. And now we have to look to Carson Loveday, and we have to look towards Bobby Williams and Robert Kelly. I mean, out of all three of those goaltenders, I just can't place one above another because I think all around they have the potential to be the #1 goaltender. Now this leaves us in quite a situation, but I think right now, in this game, Carson Loveday is doing a great job. But what do you think as far as the whole dueling goes between the sides? Because it's kind of like a back and forth game, and I don't know the shot count right now. The PA guy is missing, and what do you think about this game? Let's get your side of the story.
This game is crazy. It's crazier than Syracuse because we have no one to work for us. This is as Bush League as we can get. Well, maybe it could get worse. Maybe it'll just be one of us. We'll see. Hopefully we won't have that, folks.
It can't be any worse than what we did last year with my Kodak camera. We'd go through and just record mini video clips. But there would be no color commentary, no play-by-play, no fun stuff. It'd just be me out in the stands like this, holding a camera, watching the game. That was Bush League, man. This is kind of semi-prime time, but when we have our usual full staff, we're at our best.
Yeah, well, so we're making do. This game, no one has really had possession. The game is as crazy as our commentating right now. Nobody has really held possession for any long period of time. Nobody has really controlled any part of the play, the momentum, the speed, much of anything, other than perhaps one power play for the Lakers.
Right. Well, I mean, we had a few more than just one power plays. I mean, we don't have the numbers in front of us. Sorry, folks. But, the thing is, just seeing how the special teams was stressed on during this week, it's almost like Coach McKinnon and coaching staff knew mentally and psychically ahead what the problem was going to be and what was going to confront them most of the time during this game. And sure enough, right now, how many penalties were called on John Carroll? How many penalties were called on Mercyhurst? I mean, we saw Warren go to the box, we saw Stefanski go to the box, we saw also Rivett go to the box. Just all around, I think the penalties are equal on both sides. But, and again, we have too many penalties just for one period alone. I hate to see the final outcome because usually, okay, so the refs are taking care of business in the beginning of the game to set a tone, but what if it escalates? Will the Lakers go undisciplined? Because I saw Matty Warren taking a few late hits there. I saw a lot of people partaking in that, but most notably Warren because of his physical stature.
Right. So we will find out if the Lakers do start to fall apart. It's their game to lose. They have to keep themselves together as a cohesive unit. I think that's going to wrap it up. Stay with us, folks. We'll do as best as we can here for the second period of play right after this. I'm John Baranowski. With me is David Stearns for what is going to be one of our poorest broadcasts of the year. And not poor because of our problems, but mainly because we don't have a cameraman.
Yay for lack of resources. I love it. But hey, while we're talking about resources, The change is in the bank. The proof is in the pudding. Lakers are up 2-1. But here's one thing. Numbers don't match up all the time. John Carroll leads the shots right now, 8-6 after the first period. Should be interesting to see how the Mercyhurst Lakers react. Maybe a flurry of offense to start this one off. That would be nice.
That indeed would be. I'm a little under the weather. We will find out. Apparently our PA announcer, Todd Sturgis, is also under the weather. He's not here. So we will do our best because everyone is home on fall break here at Mercyhurst College, who won the face-off, has jumped over Leon's stick, and is going to be played by John Carroll. Early in the second period of play, it's frozen. I didn't see, was there a penalty called?
Puck was on the net, and the play will come outside with a face-off right in the neutral zone. Up to the right of that goalie with, what is his name, Fabrizio?
Fabrizio.
Aha, I got it. It's kind of tough doing this without paper.
Face-off one, cleared in by Odell. Now taken by John Carroll, cleared in. All the way back to Carson Loveday, who will play the puck. He'll pass it off to Odell. He'll hop over Leon's stick and hover on the blue line, kept in by John Carroll. Odell does the job this time. He tries to get up to Warren, but he couldn't get there. As it bounces off the shin pad of Ryan Fox, he will clear it in. It'll be dumped back to Chris Martin from Ben Odell.
Apparently that ice is a little sticky still, and Marty lost control of the puck as it stuck to the ice behind the net. But now John Carroll putting on a wonderful forecheck that is almost having the Lakers run around their own zone.
Warren with some phenomenal stick handling. He made two guys go around him, and then he goes around two guys, pushes the puck in front, and then catches back up with it. And he drops back behind the net to Leon. Leon looks back. He will hit backhanded towards the front. Warren in front, he looks, he couldn't get the puck in order to shoot it. And there'll be a whistle blown.
Wow, what an animate referee. He actually displays and he recreates the situation by showing how he slashed whoever it was that this guy slashed right here, number 18.
There was a... Wow.
He was flopping his arms. It was hilarious. I'm like, wow, this guy's an actor. I love it.
Well, I guess it's good to be an actor when so many of the players are actors. A lot of diving calls he must let go. 18:35 says the clock. Mercyhurst is going to be upper man for the next 2 minutes of play. In the box will be number 18, Matt Toma. Face-off won by Mercyhurst, now taken by Blake Camlin in the corner. Camlin looks. He can't find an open man. He will eventually do so. It'll go into Stepanski. He will go cross ice to Odell, who will clear it in. Camlin trying to get the puck back.
Well,
Henry instead will do so.
That coach is yelling, holding the stick. I wonder if he wants a holding the stick call. I'm not exactly sure.
Cameron passes it back to Gannon Carr, who shoots it. They'll go into a host of people and never make it through to the net. Camlin in the corner, behind the net. He looks real in he will take a quick shot on net. They'll bounce off the pad and into the hands of John Carroll, who will skate up to the blue line to clear the puck. Mercyhurst will play it on the far boards in their own zone. Camlin with the puck. He will bounce it back to Carr. 1 minute on the penalty. 2 John Carroll Blue Streaks. As it's passed up, 2 Gaines. David Gaines with the puck. He skates in. He's pushed off the puck by Lewis, but he will get it played off to somebody first. And he will get it back. What a trooper.
He's a real digger here. I love watching David Gaines dig there in the corners. Quite a guy who doesn't give up. You gotta love his persistence.
Persistence is always a great thing in hockey.
As I lose sight of him on camera. Whoops, sorry.
All right. And the puck, I thought it was going to fly out there over the high glass, but that will be kept in. And there'll be a whistle blown.
Let's see if he demonstrates this one too. Is he going to flap his fingers?
I think he was doing a bit of jazz hands there, but no, instead he held his thing in there for quite some time.
And it looks like Gannon Carr's in the box, and the Mercyhurst Lakers will go play 4-on-4 hockey for the next 25 seconds. And we'll have to see how John Carroll reacts on the power play.
Mercyhurst has had quite a bit of trouble with 4-on-4 play as of late. We will see if they have adjusted any of this against John Carroll. As it's now taken by John Carroll. That was Atkinson pushing it up. He clears it into his own zone. Matthews picks up the loose change. He goes up to Atkinson. Atkinson goes through the neutral zone, waits, looks, and he will go back. Quick shot by Matthews, saved by Carson Loveday. Again, I apologize. I am a bit under the weather here.
And I'm in an unusual position.
I'm under the weather, and David Stearns is behind the camera for once. He has a microphone attached to the camera, turned backwards. It's quite a bit of a Pollock ingenuity, if I do say so myself.
I love it. I'm part Polish too. Don't worry, buddy. I love it.
So with it now is Matthews. Matthews with the last big booming shot. He will pass it back, dump it off to John Sullivan. Sullivan goes over to Lewis. Lewis looks. Oh, and he will have his pocket picked by Ward. Ward all alone. He chases in, being chased by Lewis. He shoots. Oh, and saved by Fabrizio. He had that right between the wickets, but he just couldn't push it through.
Matty Warren doesn't look happy. He thought he should have gotten a slashing call or a penalty shot. Or the other player that was on his tail there should have gotten slashing, but oh well. He's giving a little bit of those jazz hands to the ref.
Yep. With it now is Marici, who will shoot. That'll go hit off the shin pad of somebody. Marici gets it back. He passes it up, and it'll be played by Toma. Atkinson. He passes it up to Marici. He goes back around the corner. Played by Matthews. 29 seconds remaining on the penalty to Mercyhurst Lakers, who are up 2-1. Puck stolen by Stefanski. He looks tired as he has one man ahead of him. He looks, tries to drop it off to Warren, but there's a man in the way. And the John Carroll Blue Streaks will break back into the Lakers zone, 4-on-3. With it was Marici. Leone playing him tough. 4 seconds remaining on that penalty. 15 minutes remaining in the second period of play. Quick shot off the pads. Oh, love it. We'll have a 2-on-0 here. And it'll go in! Oh, shot in by Gannon Carr. The goaltender Fabrizio went for the poke check. Gannon just took his time and put it in.
Look at the moves on that one. I'm going to be watching that one over and over again because those hands were unbelievable. He had the goalie beat down on the ground, flopping around like a fish. Gannon Carr puts the Lakers up 3-1.
I give more credit to his smarts than to his hands. His head was all in on that one. He knew that the goaltender was going to go down and play the puck, so he just waited, took his shot.
I'm very confused there because, Stefanski was also with him. I was wondering if the goalie had on his mind that Stefanski might actually get the puck.
14:41 remaining in the second period of play. Mercyhurst is up 3-1 over John Carroll University. Here on October the 19th, 2007. I'm John Baranowski with David Stearns, and we're in quite a pickle, a dilly of a pickle, if you will. I am under the weather. We are without a cameraman or a PA announcer. Stearnsy is filling in as the cameraman.
Not a very experienced one, folks, so I apologize in advance.
As he talks to the microphone, aimed backwards on the camera, and a bit of Polish ingenuity. And it's going to be an interesting game. Please stick with us. We will have another game being played Thursday, which will be Sunday's game. With it now is John Carroll in their own zone. They look to clear it out. They look like they're panicked. It is 5-on-5 hockey, and the icing will be called.
Beginning to wonder when we will put on the Oswego broadcast, because I thought that was a very exciting game that I don't think people should miss. So once we get information on that, we will make it available to you all after we get the full staff back from the comm department. So definitely exciting weekend this past weekend, but we'll have to see if we can let you all see what happened. But we'll tell you about it here and there in this broadcast.
All right, well, with everyone home on fall break, we're making do. Here as Sullivan with the puck, he gets his pocket picked. Leone takes it now. Goes to Miranda. Leone gets it back. Just kind of deflected off his stick. Kenny Hunt plays it. Leone takes it again. Leone goes over to Miranda. Miranda over to Warren. Warren tries to go through a man, but he just couldn't push through. Miranda with the puck now. No, it will go past him. That'll be taken by Sullivan. Sullivan looks, shoots, and he'll be saved by Carson Loveday, and just barely. When he dropped that puck after the whistle, that was right deep in his 5-hole.
We don't have a regular DJ either. Usually Carson Loveday there. He's our typical DJ, and of course, he had better taste in music.
I think our DJ has taken a few too many hits to the head. It is Gary Peterson, who is quite the physical player and quite the fighter. I think he's taken 1 or 2 odd punches. Not very good hockey music. 13:10 remaining on the clock.
At least it's not country, by the way. Sorry. At least it's not country music.
No offense to one of our country fans, it's just not hockey music.
Only in Nashville.
No, well, Nashville isn't a hockey town, so it really doesn't matter. All right, Odell pushes it up, eventually taken by Lizick. He gotten back by Henning. Some of the players who did make the trip. Not quite as familiar with their names on the roster here. I apologize to each of them.
And the puck gets lodged on the net. We're going to have a face-off inside, but this is quite interesting.
Yeah, this is a real learning experience as I stand up here next to the camera so that Stearns can hear me. And Stearns
what? What'd you say?
Huh?
We need a camera guy for tomorrow night for sure.
Anybody who would like to be our fill-in camera guy, please talk to us, drop us a line.
It'll be too late by then.
Well, maybe not the next game, but for one of the games coming up here, if you know how to run a camera.
We got a situation here. The referee's talking to the head coach of John Carroll. What about? I don't know.
So yes, if you know how to work a camera, and you know how to watch a hockey game, and you enjoy watching a hockey game, and maybe perhaps doing both at the same time, please send me an email, jbaran33@mercyhurst.edu. Please send me a line, and we will get you some good experience, looks good on a resume, and you'll be a good part of a good organization.
The fans are cheering, change the music, but it's too loud, you can barely hear me, and they can barely hear themselves.
No, the fans agree with me on this.
I agree this music needs to be changed, and they're trying to come up with their own tune themselves. This music's way too loud.
Yeah, I didn't really have to talk with that. I can hear all right, but with your microphone, I can still hear it relatively loudly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Somebody must be really depressed.
Yeah, well, I'm getting rather sad up here. Bringing back a lot of memories, man. I love you, man. I love you, man.
You're not getting my Bud Light, Johnny.
I'm just gonna take my cough syrup and go home.
Song's over.
12:36 remaining. The face-off won and then stolen away by John Carroll. Puck now taken by number 26, Marici. Stolen by Henry, who will dump it easily out of the zone. Picked up by Polino. His clear will be picked up by Marici, who will clear it around the far board. Marici gets it back. And it is played in front of the net. And then pushed up by the Lakers, but kept in. Stefanski trying to get it out. And a quick shot by Marici will be covered by...
At this point, I'd like to actually personally thank our little crowd over there in the corner. I don't know if they notice this, but we do believe that what they do for us is great in helping out club hockey. We'd like to thank the fans personally for what they've done so far this year in our home games, especially in exhibition play, and supporting our team.
Yes, this is the home opener technically for the club hockey team. It's the first season game played at Mercyhurst.
Bad weekend to choose to do this, right?
Yeah, it is fall break, but we do have a pretty good crowd considering the percentage of fans here. But this is quite a good turnout. Gramza with the puck. He will push it up to Kenny Hunt. He couldn't hold on. as it's cleared back into Mercyhurst territory to be played by Carson Loveday. That was thrown up to the glass, and the kid behind the glass ducked as if it were going to take his head off. I guess that's good reflexes, but it's a hockey game, folks. Glass works pretty well.
Wow,
as the fans behind the net found out there.
Yeah, that one actually deflected right off the cage of Carson Loveday there, and boy, Matty Warren getting a little messed up there, but hey, he's still skating. The other guy got a little too excited. He's got to get off the ice and change his pants.
Leon with the puck. Carroll blue flashes all around him. He was passing up. Oh, no, and he shoots. He scores! Oh, he roofed that one. Or roofed it, depending where you're from.
Roofed it. Doesn't matter. It's in the net. Kenny Hunt dividing the Mercyhurst Lakers lead. We got a 4-1 hockey game now.
10:47 remaining. And the fans chant, it's all your fault. It really was all the fault of Nick Fabrizio. He passed it right back to Kenny Hunt.
And apparently an American woman has something to do with that goal. I got to talk to the DJ so I can slap him around a little bit, because this is just a buzzkill.
Well, you remember, he's quite a good fighter, so you got to watch out if he has a fight strap first.
Oh, man.
You got to drop the gloves. You have to grab the back of his suit and try to pull it over his head.
I don't feel like getting jerseyed.
All right, with it now is Stepanian. He looks, he's chased down by a man. He'll go into the corner. Heads off to Revy.
Hey, goalie! Give up! She said you suck!
Stepanian, fighting for in the corner. He's being held hard by James Stanley.
How clear did that chant come in?
All too clear.
Oh, boy.
Well, you can't really worry about what the fans say. Terrible things come in on even ESPN, who has quite a budget and more than one person working on post-production. So Stepanian loses the puck as he's cleared out. Miranda picks it up, and he will toss it in. Played up to Stanley. He looks, he shoots, and that'll be saved by Loveday. It'll go into the corner. Stanley's still with it. Quick little 360 action. As Chris Smoke is smited into the boards by Miranda.
I think Miranda's got a little bit of a crush on number 13 there. He keeps on pushing him into the boards, trying to make sure he knows that Miranda is on him.
With it was Cameron. He lays it over to Stefanski. Stefanski shoots. Kick save by Fabrizio. Lakers will keep it in. It looks like they will go for a change. Martin will stymie the puck, stopping that pass, and he will push it over to Gaines, who will push it over to Stefanski. He had all sorts of open ice, but they will rule it offsides. I think I'm going to disagree with that, Tom.
I'm going to disagree with that as well, John. I don't really think he was offsides by any means. The puck was just well ahead, but there's one person I'd like to point out that's playing a great game right now. It's Chris Martin on defense there. He's doing a great job right now with that puck control and keeping it in the zone for the Lakers, giving them all sorts of chances.
I really can't fault Stefanski either. He is playing like a man possessed. He really wants to take down John Carroll University. With it is Atkinson. He pushes it over to Matthews. I apologize, everyone, for being repetitive. My mind is working on maybe half speed right now, considering all the medications in my system. Gaines with it. He drops it back to Stefanski. Stefanski looks back to Gaines. He shoots. Oh, that'll be wide. That would have been a short goal had he had it on net. Atkinson over to Matthews. Matthews pushes it up ice. Over to Atkinson. He shoots. On the outside, the glove of Loveday. And the Blue Streak faithful will enjoy that one. And I am so confused as I hear this music.
I know. I don't know what's going on, but this is all that matters right here, folks. 4-2. Mercyhurst still has the lead.
There's an incredible line at the fruit stand. I just looked over from down from the scoreboard, and there's maybe half the arena, half the width of the arena in a line.
I thought we were going to continue to hear music throughout the play, but I believe there is a high school game going on Tulio Field right next to the arena. So we've got a crowd.
Our crowd will be gaining here. As unfortunately, we still don't have a cameraman. I don't think we will have one throughout this broadcast. So we will remain pitiful, considering my illness and Stearns' distraction. As it's kept into the blue line, Mercyhurst will eventually punch it out. Now taken by Gramza. He will get to it and clear it in off the end boards. We'll go around the horn. Warren will hit. That was Dobbs. And in the corner, Hunt will set up shop. Go to Gramza. He shoots. That'll be gloved by Fabrizio. 7:26 remaining in the second period of play. I'm John Baranowski here with David Stearns. I'm sick. He's being a cameraman because we don't have one. So we apologize to all of you fans. We will give you a much better broadcast coming up here.
Don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness. We're doing a fine job. We're great at everything we do, folks.
Always willing to toot your own horn. With it is Cook. I'm sorry. Revit with the puck. He pushed it in front. Looks for a one-timer just to fan in, but he won't get there. Gannon Carr got crushed by Scott Matthews. It looks like they're going to be banging a lot of bodies here. As Atkinson wiped out into Loveday, and he is actually trying to rough up Loveday here, as Gannon Carr had to scare him out of the crease.
Gannon Carr was streaking towards the blue streak that were in front of the net that crashed into Carson Loveday. Not a good situation there, whereas we are short our usual goaltending staff due to Faulkner's leave to play for the NCAA.
The puck will touch Gannon Carr and the whistle will be blown. 6:31 remaining in the second period of play.
I think I caught something here. I think we have a slashing call. The guy with the orange bands is calling something, and it is going to be Justin Henning going off the ice. So the Lakers will play down a man. 5-on-4 hockey coming up in the Mercyhurst zone.
4-2 Lakers against the Blue Streaks in John Carroll University. Face off to the left of Carson Loveday. It will be won by Mercyhurst and cleared out. Chased down by Gaines and Lewis. Lewis will win that battle and he will push it out to Matthews. Matthews will be rubbed off the puck by Gaines. Fabrizio plays in the corner. Behind the net with it is Marici.
Like I was saying last game, great penalty kill by the Lakers, especially led by number 20, David Gaines. He's doing a great job clearing that puck, and he also gets some opportunities for himself. Here we got a 2-on-1 coming up.
Stefanski with it. He looks, tries to move the Gaines. No, he will keep it and go into the corner. He is hit hard by two men. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining on the penalty as Marici plays the puck behind the net. He tried to roof it, and it almost hit the actual roof. Then a quick shot taken by Grandinetti.
Is it roof or is it roof?
I keep switching back and forth. I kind of like roof.
Good man.
With it is Sullivan. He looks, can't decide what to do as he goes around the referee. He leaves it back for Polino. It will be played in front by Fox, and it will go out, taken by Blake Campbell. Campbell looks, he shoots. Oh, that's taken off the pad of Fabrizio. With the puck now is Grandinetti. And that puck will go off this boot of the Mercyhurst Lakers, and now taken by Matt Warren. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty to the Mercyhurst Lakers. Warren will slap it into the far corner, and it will still go around the boards. By Fabrizio. 4 seconds left. The penalty will expire. 4:31 remaining in the second period of play. The Lakers up 4-2.
Nice little ditzy daddle there by Matt Warren, who almost got in there for an opportunity. Now here comes one for John Carroll.
Polino shoots, and he was slashed all over the place. That was some real water skiing effort by Mike Miranda. But it looks like no calls will be made. Warren will shoot, and it will be caught and covered by Nick Fabrizio.
There is one thing that I noticed on this break here. Matt Warren did a great job of picking the man up at the blue line to open up things so they can get a good rush as his winger, or his center came through, swept up with the puck, creating that 2-on-1 opportunity.
4:12 in the second period of play. Face off to the left. Out to Maurizio. There's a lot of ambient noise here in the broadcast because we're using a microphone on the back of the camera, which is usually the ambient mic. But it works rather well for our situation, which is most unfortunate, but Stearns can still be hard. As the face-off is won by Mercyhurst and kept in by Mercyhurst. 4 minutes on the clock. As it's stolen by Karachi, he looks and shoots. That'll go off the pad of Miranda. He will slap it out of the air, and it'll be saved by Lunka. Getting it back is John Carroll in front. Loveday will make a save. He covers.
Great work there by the John Carroll blue streak there, but Carson Loveday was there to meet every opportunity that was given to them. But check out the crowd we got behind the glass. Quite a crowd here. Must have been a football game or something ending out there, like I said, but we got some support out here. Most of them are wearing green. That's a good sign. Probably Mercyhurst prep.
It all counts. Green is green is green. Revit hits a man hard as the puck is taken by John Carroll once again. That's Stanley pushing it behind the net. Ramza clears it. And it cleared over the high glass. That was Smolt. Wow. I think that might be the first one this year. Someone has actually cleared this extra high glass here ordered at Mercyhurst College. Didn't seem to hit anybody. But a green woman in a green toga manages to get the puck, and she's got taking a souvenir home. I didn't know She-Hulk was a hockey fan. Kept in is Marici. He will shoot, and that'll go off a Laker player. 4 Lakers around it. Nobody picked up the puck, though, as Lizick will push the puck in. He will chase after it now. And he will attack Polino for touching the puck. Marici pushes it up. Ramza. One said take it. No, it's stolen by Atkinson. Atkinson goes around the net. No, he plays it in front. Played by Revit. Over to Lizick. Revit gets the puck back off a long pass. He looks behind the net. Looks for the wraparound. He'll take the shot. No. It'll be saved by Fabrizio. Crowd gets into it as John Carroll will steal the puck back. That's Cosimo Polino as he clears it in. He played by the Lakers. That's Ben Odell with the puck. He goes coast to coast, clears it in. It was too quick for Fabrizio to play it, also too quick for Cameron and Stefanski to play it. And John Carroll will get it back. Martin will be roughed up. Cameron will get it back. 2 men ahead of him. 1 man beside him. But he manages to hold on. He's playing some hard-nosed hockey right there. Stefanski goes in the fight. 2 minutes to change on the clock. Cameron's still fighting. Stefanski gets him back. Lakers are all set up. They're waiting. They see the puck. No one's able to get it to him. Well, Kenny Hutt will have it behind the net. Now popped up. No one can sweep it out of the air. And now there's a whistle with 1:47 remaining.
Looks like the referee lost sight of the puck there, and he will have the face-off inside the zone. Let me tell you, folks, this is not an easy job. If you're one that can come in and fill in as an alternate camera guy, please help us out.
Now email jbaran33@mercyhurst.edu.
I changed my email address multiple times to protect my identity. I have multiple personalities.
Chris Martin couldn't hold on to the puck. He will chase it now as he is pursued hard by Scott Matthews. Matthews in with it now. He plays it in deep. And it'll be covered by Lumpkin. 1:33 says the clock. And there'll be a face-off in Laker territory.
Boy, let me tell you, this really does take a toll on your back standing up this entire time. But right now, the way I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a 5-1 game, but John Carroll is showing that they are not going to give up easily. So they're putting more pressure here on the Lakers as this period comes to a close.
Mercyhurst sends the puck around the horn off the near boards. Will be taken instead by John Carroll. Kenny Hutt pokes the puck. John Carroll will eventually succeed in clearing it into Laker territory. Replayed by Gannon Carr and eventually Mike Miranda. Oh, played in front was Atkinson. Now Warren will look, and I think he's going to be called offsides on his own drag in on the puck.
He didn't look too happy about that. He shot the puck at the boards, of course, in an angry effort, but he could use a little bit more puck control, but it's all right. We're seeing 1:07 left here on the clock, and we're going to have to see how they react to the last couple of shifts here going into the intermission.
1:07 remaining in the second period of play. I'm John Baranowski with David Stearns. Here without a cameraman, and here without our help. Atkinson pushes in, and he will take down Warren. There's going to be some major clutching and grabbing. There'll be a penalty on somebody or something. Maybe a couple of somebodies.
Well, what it looked like there, Matt Warren got tangled up there with number 27 of the John Carroll Blue Streak. A little smirk on his face, knowing that he was probably not in the wrong. It was kind of incidental contact between the both of them.
65 seconds. The penalty will be split between the second and third period. And there'll be a face-off in Laker territory. John Carroll needs to use this opportunity, or this could be a very bad game for them. But again, the Lakers really haven't come together the way they should have against this team.
I think I'm going deaf. Yes, it's official. I'm going deaf.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to that music DJ.
I think I saw an older woman take out her hearing aid.
Quick shot, but a good save. John Sullivan on Carson Loveday. The rebound was almost punched in, but there was just no room. Loveday couldn't glove that shot. Atkinson takes it out. It'll be kept in. Back to Atkinson. Over to Matthews. Shot, save, Lewis. Stefanski clears it up. 18 seconds on the clock. Lewis, he plays it over to Atkinson. Atkinson with the puck. 9 seconds. He's running out of time. He clears it in. 5 seconds. Couple men chasing. 2 seconds. Behind the net. And looks like the period will expire. 1:04 remaining on the penalty to Mount Warren. And the Lakers will head to the dressing room. And we will join you for the second intermission report. Here, stick with us on Hearst TV. And we hear the ode of Mercyhurst from the growing fans of Mercyhurst College here at the club hockey game on October 19th. In the third period of play, I'm John Baranowski with David Stearns. And that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. There's your intermission report, folks. We didn't grab up the shot count, but hey, whatever, we're up 4-2, but now we are shorthanded for 1 minute and 4 seconds here to start out the third period. Let's see if the Mercyhurst penalty kill can do a good job of killing off this penalty to Matt Warren and see if they can generate more offense to widen that margin from just 2 goals to maybe 3 or 4.
And speaking of shorthanded, that's us. And when I said it's John Baranowski and David Stearns, and that's it. That really is the truth. We don't have PA address. We don't have a cameraman. Stearns is taking over that as best he can, and along with doing the color commentary.
And now we have a situation. Something is going on here.
We will find out everything, as I'm a bit under the weather. I apologize for my coughing near the microphone.
The referee looks like he's having a chit-chat there with Carson Loveday. Now he's skating out. And we'll have to wait and see what's going on here. Now we have the coach over there talking it up with the linesman. We got Coach Kitchen above that. I'm just pointing out the obvious things around this arena, and I wish I knew what was going on. Oh, we have the goaltender over at the bench.
I think the referee got a little verklempt. Wanted us to talk amongst ourselves. That's why everyone went over to the bench. He's like, well, I'll give you a topic. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
What is this, coffee talk?
This is coffee talk within the Richmond. Barry Goldman is away. He's got some Geshbook in his Connecticut's like.
Hey, man, my last name's Stearns. Watch out, I might get offended.
I mean it all with the utmost respect, as I'm also part Jewish. Nobody is even taking the face-off circle. I am completely confused. I almost think we should cut this out in post-production, but we know we won't.
Did someone just call like a timeout in the beginning? I'm confused here. Then we have the fans singing their own tracks here.
Sometimes when we touch chosen by the crowd, maybe that one will make the MP3 player. Levitt takes the puck after the face-off win, and it's stolen back by John Carroll University. Marici pushes it back, and there will be an offsides call.
Look like that winger got a little too anxious there. He wanted to cut in right away and go right to the front of the net, but that opportunity was stopped as the linesman perfectly pointed it out.
Already a stoppage.
Again.
Odell chasing the puck. Behind him is Atkinson. I will go over to, who is that? Is that Sheriff? No, I'm sorry, that's Stepanian. Regardless though, Lewis had the puck. And then he passes over to Marici. He clears it, he's trying to get it to Sullivan. And now it'll be stolen by the other 19, which is Stepanian. So bad. Marici. Mercyhurst fighting for it. Stepanian being quite the scrappy player out there. 15 seconds remaining on the penalty of the Mercyhurst Lakers. Matthews. I don't think John Carroll had any possession within the Mercyhurst zone until that point right there with 3 seconds remaining. As it was shot and saved. Matt Ward will retake the ice as the penalty expires. 4-2 Mercyhurst. 18:50 remaining in the game. My voice is going, but we're going to stick with you the entire time. Revit had the puck, but then it was taken by Grandinetti.
Just give me the word. Just give me the word. I'll do everything, man. Do everything from color to play-by-play to everything.
I don't think I can put that on you.
I think it would be fun. I do quite well under pressure.
As said by George Patton, pressure makes diamonds.
And look where he ended up.
We all have car accidents, man. It happens. Scherer clears the puck in to be played by Fabrizio.
Oh, the goaltender, Fabrizio, looked like he took out, who was that, Kenny Hunt behind the net?
Kenny Hunt, yeah. Smoke shoots it, now be saved by Loveday. Loveday standing tall in the net as he was chased down by James Stanley.
It was quite unfortunate there to see Kenny Hunt get taken down, but last game, Adam Faulkner did get a penalty when he took down one of the Oswego State Lakers in the previous game. Surprised there was no call here.
18-10 says the clock. Stanley with it, pushed in front. Nobody can get a handle on it though. No shots get through to Carson Loveday. With it now, Grandinetti. He is hit by Leone. Warren will take the puck now. Warren looks, crosses with Leone. 2 men between them. Behind the net now. He tries and he gets it out to Hunt. The puck is stolen away from him. Gannon Call will get the puck. He will push it over to his defenseman, which is Miranda, but no, his pass will be stolen by Sullivan. Miranda gets it back, and he will clear it up the ice.
Looked like Miranda quickly learned from his mistake there. Don't throw it up into open ice. Use them boards because that is how the puck gets out of the zone a lot easier. Even if it's through a crowd, has a chance of deflecting and leaving less opportunities for John Carroll to capitalize on.
Loveday plays the puck behind the net. It'll go Miranda side off the far boards. Now with it is Miranda. As it's played up. And now back. Be taken by Carr. Less than 17 minutes remaining in the game. Mercyhurst up 4-2. A lot of back and forth action, mainly in the neutral zone of Mercyhurst territory. As Stefanski is pulled down, but there will be no call. Now taken by Dobson. Cleared up by Miranda. Karachi with the puck. He goes over to Marici. Marici shoots. That'll go off the shin pad. Then Dobson will shoot, and that'll go behind the net. Marici clears it in, behind the net. Will be taken by Odell of the Lakers. Gaines with the puck. He crosses the blue line, and he is wrestled down, and there will be a call. There wasn't a call last game when that happened. This time it'll be there.
Well, he's got him for a hold there. Definitely hauled him down to the ice. Pretty much that was like the first opportunity the Lakers actually had to drive it into the zone and create something. Now it looks like we got someone that's not happy with Blake Camlin, or it's Chris Martin actually. But the linesman will get between them and tell them to take care of it after the game. Now the Lakers will go on the power play with 16:07 remaining.
Dobson will go to the box. And one of my favorite chants coming from the Mercyhurst fans, sit down, shut up. Of course, they're talking to the player who was questioning the call of the referee. Revitt with the puck deep in John Carroll territory. Cruz Lizick behind the net. He's pinned. He eventually will bust out of that. Odell calling for it. No one said it will go behind the net. Over to Revitt. Revitt eventually gets it back. No, he is roughed up. There could have been a couple calls there, but there will be none made. As Atkinson goes through the neutral zone, shoots, and it'll be played by Loveton. Odell. He goes all the way over to Leon. Leon goes through two men, but he will be tripped up on the second one, and his chances will be 0 for 0. Warren. He goes over to Hunt. Stefanski. Driving in, he was rubbed up by Brandon Lewis. 15 minutes in the game. I believe that's Warren with the puck now. He goes in. Stefanski hits the man. The puck jabbed at and eventually taken by Kenny Hunt, who will play it behind the net over to Stefanski. He goes over. So I believe that's Lizick. No, I'm sorry, that's Leon. And then Loveton will play the puck over to Matt Warren. Oh, he will juke out a man. And then he will bounce off a second man. Matt Warren is quite a feisty player. And he has the stick handling and the shot to go with it. Leon with the puck. He goes around two men and then into the corner. He's hit hard. Stefanski will pick up the loose change. He will go to Warren at the point. Over to Stefanski. The penalty will expire for the Lakers. 14:06 remaining in the game. They'll go all the way out to Chris Martin at the point. He looks, takes a slow shot. Nobody can get on that. Stefanski now chasing, but he'll be taken by Grandinetti of John Carroll. Warren with the puck again. Warren. He goes coast to coast. And he would just lose the puck. He didn't have it. Gaines picks it up though. Gaines picking up right where Warren left off. And he shot. Oh, that'll be deflected wide. That was a good shot by Henry. Warren shoots. Again, that'll be wide. Henry chasing. He's not going to get there in time. Instead, he'll be taken by John Carroll, but that player will be roughed up. He couldn't hold on to the puck either. Gannon Carr with it. He goes up to Henry. Henry couldn't get there in time. As the red line is played, Stepanian will get it up in his chestal region, and he will clear it in to John Carroll territory.
A lot of back and forth action right now, but just seeing how that power play progressed, looked like it was dominated by the Mercyhurst Lakers, but just not a whole lot of scoring chances there, but very smart play all around by the Lakers.
Sometimes it's not just about the scoring chances, it's about the domination that will lead to eventual scoring chances as teams get down on themselves. As Henry tries to play it in front, he can't do so as it bounces off a few players. Odell will clear it in. Gaines tries to play the high puck. He can't seem to do so. It goes out to the red line. Carr with it. He tries to bounce it back. It'll go off a player. That player can't play it. That player was James Stanley. Carr pushed it. Oh, and he is brought down by two players. A bit of a goonery going on here by John Carroll. Lizick with the puck. Clears it in. It'll be taken by Matthews. Lizick gets it back. Hunt. Lizick. He puts it in front. Hunt tries to play it. No, it'll be covered by Fabrizio.
Lizick almost had his second goal in 2 games. He scored a goal in last week's bout between the Mercyhurst Lakers and the Oswego State Lakers. And the way that one was bobbling around there, it almost looked like Lizick was going to pick up that puck again and just roll with it and throw it in the net. But all that commotion in front of the net, no goal. We're still at 4-2, 12:05 left in the third period.
Lizick definitely is much better on the ice than he is behind the camera, and he showed it last week as he scored his first goal of the season against Oswego State. Now chased down by Henning. Henning couldn't get there in time, and a foot race was won instead by Fox.
Come on, Rick, he's
Fox is
holding it.
pinned up. Some of the John Carroll fans here call for holding, but the puck will be played all the way back into neutral territory past the red line. With it is Dobson who will clear it in. Sherrill bounces it right back. 11:38 in the game, 4-2 Lakers. I'm John Baranowski under the weather, and with me is David Stearns on the camera because we don't have a camera guy. Henning plays it up over to Leon. Leon clears it. Taken by Dobson. Dobson goes back to Martin. Martin looks to set up shot. Surveys his options behind the net. And like Gretzky, he will come out and play the puck over to Pat Sherrill. Sherrill will lose the puck to the other number 18, Matt Toma. There'll be a lot of play behind the net. Carson Loveday didn't quite look like he was ready for that. And he wasn't ready for that. It was a bit of a one-timer action. Who scored that one? I want to say that was Lewis. It was Lewis or Marici. I saw a 6, or at least I thought I did.
I think you're right there. I believe it was either 26 or 16. There are 2 6s out on the ice, but whoever it was caught the corner where Carson Loveday was kind of put out of position there. Just couldn't get his glove up in time. And now we have ourselves a 1-goal game, 4-3. Lakers still in a slight lead.
Now, I've heard a lot of things about John Carroll, and I've heard that they're subpar, and I don't want to give away my source, but he is not 100% reliable. So this could bode bad things for the Lakers, but they did come out with a pretty good victory against Oswego State. I think a lot of players are still just playing under the weather. Here, and they are still in the lead. They have had, was it 2-3 unanswered goals here by John Carroll. Stepanian pokes the puck out, now taken by Warren. Warren dancing around the end, will clear it out. It'll be taken by Stepanian. Stepanian shoots. That'll go wide. I think that was deliberately, that was a clear. 10 minutes remaining in the game here at Mercyhurst College. There was a lot of stick work going on there. No calls will be made. I don't think fans on either side were happy with that one. There's a lot of work going on. This referee has been back and forth on a couple calls. Stefanski tries to get the puck back off of Smoke. Smoke drives inside. Odell will take it. Gaines will eventually get it out, and that'll be taken by Dobson, who clears it into the far boards. Miranda will try and clear it out. No, he can't get it out either. He just kept it in the Mercyhurst zone. There are no penalties on the clock. The puck was cleared up, and I guess it
hit one of the Raptors, yeah. Oh boy, we're both coughing here. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we sound good.
Yeah, I know. Getting my word in here. Definitely looks like the tables have turned. John Carroll hitting within 1. And things are definitely looking more favorable towards the momentum part going towards John Carroll. Let's see how the Mercyhurst Lakers relate to this kind of intensity and adversity.
You know what? I'm sick, so I don't care. I'm going to address this. Yelling hockey at a hockey game is perhaps the dumbest thing I've ever heard from any fan base ever.
Well, maybe they're just reminding themselves, just in case they thought they were here to see basketball, but I don't know.
It sounds like something out of a generic video game for the Nintendo 64. It really does.
Right. Well, it looks like we got a penalty coming up here to Mike Miranda. This cannot be a good situation. Coach McKinnon looks very upset on the bench right now. He is looking a little hot-headed right now. Miranda taking an undisciplined penalty right now. 9 minutes left. Only up by 1 goal. Can this be the turning point that we don't want to see?
Miranda's read his rights as the Lakers will dump the puck out. Played by Loveday. And then taken by Ramza. Ramza will clear it out. Oh, and there's a nice little wash to the face to Blake Camera by Marici.
I think that was the same guy that he was in a scrum with earlier where the linesman had to separate them. Obviously, he's made a new friend.
Ramza clears it up. I think that went off the helmet of number 11, Scott Matthews. Matthews will get it back and he'll play it over to Marici. Marici goes cross ice to Matthews. Matthews driving inside. 8 minutes left, 1:15 on that penalty. With Marici on a big shot and a bigger save by Carson Loveday.
We had a little bit of a traffic issue in front of the net. Those defensemen have to clear out the zone so that Carson Loveday can clearly see these shots. Otherwise, you're going to see some opportunities for John Carroll turn into goals as the puck goes flying towards the net.
1:10 on the penalty remaining to Mike Miranda. That'll be played now by Lewis. Lewis dances around a man, shoots, big rebound off of Carson Loveday. Martin will play that rebound and will go up to Stepanski. I'm sorry, Stepan right behind Stefanski and Stepan in there. And it will be all the way out to be played by Fabrizio. Fabrizio didn't like the handoff and said he will wait and pass it behind his own net. Has now taken by Marici. Look at that. The Fox, who was hit hard, he became a blue streak on the board. With the puck down was Atkinson. He looks to get it out and he gets it to Fox. Fox plays it to Marici. Marici had a shooting leg for a moment and said he will shoot again. He'll go around Matt Warren. With it out, Grandinetti. Grandinetti plays it out to Fox. Fox will shoot, that'll go off a stick and into the net. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the game here. 4-3 Lakers over John Carroll University.
We're going to have to see some intensity come from the Mercyhurst Lakers bench after the 11 seconds runs out on Mike Miranda's penalty. Just all around here right now, it looks like the Lakers are kind of chasing and just not following through with any solid system. They're just all over the ice, see if they can reorganize for the last 7 minutes, full strength.
Dobson with the puck, he clears it in deep. Puck left behind the net, no one seemed to pick it up. Eventually it'll be picked up by Smoke. 7 minutes, the penalty will expire to Miranda. Miranda will go to the bench and a player will come on, that player being Henry. Still played by John Carroll. Justin Henning chasing. Eventually it'll be taken by number 6, which is Ed Siebold of John Carroll. Big hit in front of the net. That's covered by Carson Loveday. Siebold went out there and just became a wrecking ball.
And that was definitely a game saver right now because just the way it looked, Carson was so out of position there, but he found his way over to the other side of the net just in time, put the pad on that shot. It could have easily been a 4-4 game, but Carson Loveday is staying solid between pipes.
4-3 Lakers, 6:34 remaining in the game. Face-off eventually taken by Mercyhurst. David Gaines gets it over the blue line. Holding on to it is a different story though. It's pushed out and now taken by Cosimo Polino. Polino plays in the corner and he is hit hard by Chris Martin. And then fighting for Scott Matthews, he got hit even harder. A couple of blue streaks there on our glass. Gonna have to get some Windex. David Gaines shoots into the breadbasket. He can't hold on to it though. Bounced out. Henry almost had a phenomenal chance for another goal there that would have put the Lakers up by 2. Taking now is Matthews. 5:51 says the clock. Matthews with it in the near corner. Looks for an open man. He seems to find it. Will go across ice. Henry. He will push it out to Kenny Hunt. Hunt clears it over the blue line, gets back to it, clears it to the corner. He's pushing it. Oh, and he pushes Lewis away from him, but then he is pushed down by, I believe that was Atkinson. Gramza will take control and give it to Carr. Back to Gramza. Now over to Leon. Leon goes up to the middle of the ice. That was taken by Sullivan. With it, Kenny Hunt. He will go back to his defenseman, Gramza. Over to Carr. Carr will clear it. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the game here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Mercyhurst College against John Carroll University Blue Streaks. Taken now. Nobody has the puck, but it'll be taken by John Carroll eventually. Brandon Eddy and Gramza are fighting for the puck. Behind the net. With it now is Sullivan. Gramza with the puck. He crosses the red line. Looks. He goes in. Crowd finally getting some life into them, I guess you could say. 4:21 says the clock. Warren dancing around one man. Picks up the puck, tries to push it into an open 5-hole. Cameron with the puck in the corner. He goes behind the net. He sees Rowan to one side. He can't seem to get into it. Goes behind the net. Warren will jump in and take the puck. He was roughed up by one player. He seemed to stay away from him, but it was just too much. Gramza will keep the puck in with his hand, reaching down low and making quite a good save. Cameron will keep the puck off of one player. He gets it back, goes behind the net. A bit of a scrum. Nobody has the puck. Coming out of that pile is Stepanian. I'm sorry. He tries to look at the puck. Looks like Henny lost an edge and there'll be a breakaway. Loveday gets a plant. Oh, they will score. They tied it up. Loveday tried for a diving toe save, but he just couldn't get there in time.
Just that loss of footing by Justin heading at that blue line created a breakaway opportunity. Unbelievable. I just can't believe what we just witnessed. John Carroll has tied this game with 3:33 left in the third period. Can this one go to overtime, or will we see a winner before regulation time runs out?
If this goes to overtime, I'm going to need more time. 3:33 says the clock. 4-all. A score I did not expect to see by any measure. With it, nobody. John Carroll eventually picks it back up. That's Chris Smolt. Quite a player as we've seen, but he will lose the puck. It's still kept in by John Carroll. We have David Gaines chasing in. He can't seem to get there. He's thwarted by the other number 20. Some odd play by Nick Fabrizio. He seems to be the sixth player out there. He's playing a lot like Jacques Plante used to do back in the day. 2:51 remaining in the game. 4-all here against John Carroll University. Gary Carr chases the puck into the near corner. Will eventually be taken by Ben Odell. Stolen away is Matthews. He looks. Oh, and a good bad save. But I think the net was off its moorings. 2:30 on the clock. The John Carroll faithful who are here say it's a goal. It did cross the line, but I really do think the net was off its moorings.
That net was definitely behind the goal line. It was knocked off, but just the wraparound was too late. Definitely no goal.
I'll let you come back more.
2:30. The John Carroll fans are not happy with it, but it is our barn. And Mercyhurst Laker fans chanting no goal. They agree with the referee on that one.
We got a timeout coming up here. I believe Mercyhurst called it.
Well, for a second there, I thought they were calling up Toronto. They were going to video review that one.
No. According to the fan, though, in the crowd, it's a home job? Doubt it. I've never seen this ref before in my life.
Mr. Magoo comes over to explain it. I apologize to this ref. I'm sorry, a referee with glasses. It's a stereotype, and I do love it.
Yeah. Oh, Magoo.
Well, we have a timeout here. Mercyhurst definitely needs to rally. They should not be in this situation considering the supposed skill level of John Carroll. Mercyhurst has eked out 2 games, winning by 1 each time. That's 4-3 over Syracuse, And was it 5-4 over Oswego. 2:30 remaining in the game, 4-0. I'm John Baranowski with David Stearns. I'm sick. He's doing camera because we don't have anyone else to do it. Everyone's on fall break. So desperate times call for desperate measures, and we cannibalized our color commentator to also do camera duty.
I can't do this tomorrow. This is too nuts. I don't feel like I'm actually watching the game.
Face-off won by John Carroll. The quick shot was covered by Carson Loveday.
I've seen soccer referees just as lively as Magoo here. It's very animate.
2:27, just 3 seconds were shaved off the clock for that face-off and play. And we will have a bit of deja vu here. Same player who's taking the same face-off just 3 seconds later. That'll be a quick whistle as Mercyhurst won that and had a quick breakout.
Looks like Warren kind of came in early on the draw, so he's being removed from the face-off dot. Now we bring in Kenny Hunt.
That's right, Kenny Hunt is quite the effective face-off. But no, he will lose that one. It's kept in and cleared around by John Carroll.
Definitely looks like John Carroll's playing to win here. Definitely not looking to go to overtime. They want to win it now.
And they will keep it in. That's taken by Matthews. He shot and it was blocked. 2 minutes and change left in the game. A lot of play behind the net. That's Matthews. He shoots. That was wide. Chasing it now of the Lakers. Marici pinned up against Kenny Hunt. It'll come out. I believe that was played by Stepanian. Leo with the puck now. He tries to get it out. He's being fought by Atkinson. He eventually gets it out all the way up. I think Warren is offsides. It's really not going to matter.
And I believe the linesman did have his hands up, though. Most people are not very observant like we are.
Fabrizio played that puck before anything mattered. 1:30 says the clock. Warren with a big hit behind the net. Then a pass up to Warren from Leo. He didn't have time to get ready for that pass, though. Odell takes it at his own blue line. Goes all the way up. That's going to be ice. 1:15 remaining in the game.
Oh, I'm getting a little flustered here doing this camera work, trying to hop over wires and everything, but now we get an icing. This is not looking good right now. Lakers had a 4-1 lead. Now it's been chopped down to a 4-4 tie with 1:15 remaining in the third period.
Loveday really hasn't played a bad game. Just a couple shots that have been well played by John Carroll.
Well, I agree. I mean, it's just the defense is all over the place, and just it's all around discombobulation at this point. We can't really, pin an exact blame on anybody until we review what's going on here. I mean, I wish I could be more observant at this point on what's going on, but it just looks like things are out of proportion on both sides, and it seems like things are starting to move in the direction that John Carroll wants it to. 1:15 left. Can they win this one? Well, let's hope we go to overtime to at least get a point out of this contest.
Coaches will definitely have some good material to work with. They will be focusing on some various things Monday. Hopefully they can adjust things as necessary for the game tomorrow. Who are we playing tomorrow?
That'll be against Youngstown State.
The Penguins come to play here in Mercyhurst.
Yes.
Yes, they are the Youngstown State Penguins.
Wow. Boy, I'm going to have a blast with that one.
Oh, jeez. I had to open my mouth, huh?
Well, I'm going to end up going to the fish market tomorrow before the game, and might even open the game with the tossing of a fish. Let's see if we have any of the players scramble on the ice for it. Maybe we should start a tradition. Lakers, what are we going to throw? Sailboats onto the ice? By the way, our mascot looks, maybe we can throw canned spinach.
1:15, face-off won by Mercyhurst. But not really. Puck in front of the net. No one has it. Where's she taking? Loveday will make us. I think they just went outside the net. Nobody knew what to do in that situation. People were just kind of scrambling. 1 minute exactly remaining in the game. Mercyhurst in possession over the stick of Charlie Revitt. Behind him, though, Revitt didn't know it was there. He tries to poke it out to David Gaines. Instead, he pokes it away from Gaines. Played by Stefanski. He will dump it in. 45 seconds remaining in the game. 4-all. Big hit by David Gaines. Stepanian couldn't hold on to the puck. There will be a call. That was boarding.
I don't know about that.
36 seconds in the game. Mercyhurst will have a penalty, and that carries over to any overtime that happens. Magoo, you've done it again.
Yes, he has done it again, and 36.6 seconds left. He has lost his glasses.
Faceoff will be taken between Stepanian and Matthews. It'll be won by Matthews cleanly. Back to Marici. Nobody will have the puck. Warren will take it. The glove saved. Well, he couldn't hold on to it, but it didn't bobble towards the crease at all. John Carroll has it. They will clear it up. They didn't look like they knew what they wanted to do with it just then. Oh, that would be an icing call. 16.4 seconds.
Icing on a power play. 16.4 seconds left in the third period. Wow. It's kind of ballsy.
I am really losing my voice here.
Gutsy, ballsy, same thing. The bearings.
Let's not magnify it.
The bearings aren't really working well right now, but let's see how it just goes here to finish out this third period.
Matt Warren dumps it in. Stepanian chasing. It was already taken by Brendan Lewis, who has depth control with the puck. 5 seconds in the game. It goes off to Stepanian. I don't think there's going to be another shot. 1 second on the clock. And the will expire. We will join you for overtime. 1:23 remaining on the penalty to David Gaines. There will be a 2-minute intermission. And then we will see overtime play. John Baranowski with David Stearns here for overtime. The first overtime of the actual season. There will be a 5-minute 4-on-4 overtime followed by a shootout. I don't think John Carroll is fully versed on this as they have 5 men on the ice. Mercyhurst will be playing with 3 men as they have 1:23 remaining on the penalty. I'm not sure what the coach is discussing here.
All I have to say at this point, I don't know if the Lakers deserve 1 or 2 points at all. Just the way they collapsed, just going down, or just being up 4-1 and then going down to a 4-4 tie to finish this regulation period. Very frustrating. I'm not as emotional as I was against with the Oswego State game, but here we go. Let's see how this one finishes off. I don't know what the coaches are discussing, but it's probably likely that it's the format.
Yeah, it has to be. Linesman, referee, and 2 coaches sit on a bench. Sounds like the beginning of a terrible, terrible joke.
Are you getting sick of hearing the same song over and over too? Because this home has been broken, but we got the point. We got the point.
Yeah, I think Gary Peterson is going to be banished from DJ duties
I agree.
The duration of forever. And the face-off will be taken between Matt Warren.
I guess we're doing 5-on-4 format overtime. Or 5-on-5, but 5-on-4 because of the Lakers penalty.
All right, well, 5-on-5, and I wonder if it will be indeed followed by the shootout. I have no idea the format of the shootout. We've yet to see one here this season. Taken by Marici. Now over to Atkinson. Matthews. Atkinson. 1 minute remaining on the penalty. Now over to Lewis. Lewis pushes it in. Marici. I'm mixing up people. That was Matthews. Over to Marici. Matthews. Shoots. Doesn't get through. Now we cleared out. 41 seconds remaining on the penalty. 4:15 remaining in the overtime. As it's played by the goaltender all the way up to Atkinson. Now whether it is Stanley, now that I'm back, he shoots out well wide. Played by Gannon Carr, that is dumped out. And dumped far out, he's chased by Brendan Lewis. 22 seconds remaining on the penalty to David Gaines. 3:55 remaining in the overtime. Clear out once again, 16 seconds remaining.
Thank God for a great penalty kill. It's definitely benefiting the Lakers right now.
And they've needed it with the number of penalties they've gotten so far this year. Now it's taken. Dobson pushes it out. Played by Toma. And cleared out once again. David Gaines is free. And we have 5 aside, 3:30 remaining in the overtime. Gannon-Carr plays the puck. He will pass it up. Now taken by Polino. Massimo Polino looks, goes inside. It was deflected by our man. Dobson tries to shoot. And it will go in. Scored by Stanley. The entire team is acting like it's the 1980 Olympics. But that's just disgraceful.
And apparently John Carroll has just won a Stanley Cup. I don't know how that works. But the Lakers go down 5-4 in overtime. And a heartbreaker. Just a lot of things have to be worked out here. A lot of things have to be talked about. We'll see you all in the post-game report.
And I think we're going to have to wait to cool our jets for that one.
Definitely.
Especially if we want to make this airworthy. I'm John Baranowski with David Stearns. We'll be back right after this. John Baranowski here with David Stearns, as always. We're kind of just doing this all on our own this game. And it's going to be an interesting post-game show. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? I think that the team has a lot to work on right now as far as just all-around basic material. Like, we had ourselves a 4-1 lead. What happened? We collapsed. We collapsed on ourselves, became runners that just chased the puck everywhere it went. Honestly, there's a lot of work that has to be done. Number 1 in goaltending, number 2 in defense, and then number 3 offense. Didn't seem like we were making the most out of these opportunities because we were given power play opportunities. Nothing came of them. I just think that the way it finished was kind of like a nail in the coffin to a game that started out great. It was almost like the cycle of life. That's exactly what happened out there. We saw the birth of something great and then the death of something that turned ugly. What do you think?
It's a great analogy, first off. It's true. Nothing worked out well. Nothing. There was some brief moments of something that we thought we had something here. But this is not going to look good for anyone. For anyone involved, it really isn't. It's not going to be a good move on the standings as I switch my cans, so you don't have to turn anymore.
Oh, right.
But, yeah, so it's a tough loss. It's a tough loss. But you have to turn this into a positive somehow. That's what the coaches have to do. Because they have only one night to turn this around for a game against Youngstown State tomorrow, which will be played on Thursday.
They got to do something almost immediately because just the way that this game kind of stung, it kind of hurt me. It hurt the bench. I could see coaching staff all around was not happy at all. We had one of the assistant coaches in the penalty box here. We had Tom Kitchen up on top. We had Peterson on the bench with McKinnon. Nobody looked very happy. And there was a lot of shouting going on, and it was like you could hear the shouting all around the arena coming from both sides. It's just all around very undisciplined hockey. Things weren't going the way that they wanted it to. And just simply a lot of defensive structuring has to be done right now because strategy-wise, defense didn't really play that strong of a role, though in the beginning it was all offense. Lakers were in John Carroll territory 3/4 of both periods. Well, actually, I want to say half the second, 3/4 of the first. I'm still flustered by what happened. We saw a different team in the third period.
We really did. The Mercyhurst Lakers came out and they didn't play like they wanted to win. You have to play 60 minutes. You have to play hard for 60 minutes. And the Lakers, plain and simple, weren't able to do that.
It's kind of, like I said, a bad touch as far as losing Adam Faulkner in net. I think tonight he would have helped out a lot. But, I mean, you really can't stress on that point. Carson Loveday did have a good game on most respects, but there were a couple of goals that just shouldn't have went in. They just shouldn't have went in. And by the end of the game, I was saying to myself, we don't deserve 2 points. I was doubting we deserved even 1 point out of this contest.
Well, the big question on everyone's mind is, what's the goaltending situation going to be for tomorrow?
I'm guessing, I'm going to put out my estimate saying that McKinnon will put in Bobby Williams. And we only have 2 choices right now. Robert Kelly's out of town and the loss of Adam Faulkner to the team. I'm definitely going to say he's going to go with Bobby Williams. And nothing against the play style of Carson Loveday. He did play solid for pretty much his first full game with the squad. But, I mean, Robert Kelly would have been a nice touch to throw in tomorrow.
but right now going 2-0-1 in the first 3 games, it's kind of a difficult thing to cope with right now, especially going in against Youngstown State tomorrow.
Especially with the differential between these 3 games being, what, +1?
Right.
+1 total on the season for scoring on both sides. So a lot of more defense has to be played, and not necessarily more offense, but one of the two has to increase.
Right.
Defense has to tighten up. Offense has to get more explosive.
Well,
the offense is
is
already
there.
ramped up.
It's
the
there.
offense is
Yeah.
already on about 95, 98%.
I mean, looking at the scores of these games today, just taking a hit 5-4. Okay, last game was a 5-4 game. The game before that, it was a 4-3 game. We're progressively good on offense. It's just that our defense is so young and inexperienced that they really have to play out smart hockey and get to know each other better on the ice and definitely work on their skill set because positioning was just all over the place altogether.
I think some more things have to be played with on defense. Maybe a couple risks as far as who's going to be on the defense, just to see maybe if one of these guys really does have it. Someone who you don't expect really comes in and plays extremely well. Someone like Blake Camlin did in the last game.
Prime example right there.
Exactly. Someone like Blake Camlin playing on defense in Oswego, he played an extremely solid game. Maybe there's another player on this roster who can do that. So maybe someone even better than Blake Camlin on defense.
Well, Coach McKinnon did try putting Devin Henry in the back, on the blue line there in the first couple of games against Central Penn, but then we saw that he wanted to try out some people on the second line. And now it looks like it's pretty much locked up that Leon has been put up to the first line. So now it's going to be Stepanian, Stefanski, and who am I missing out of that equation? My mind's slipping me right now because I'm still flustered over this right now.
It happens to us all right now. I'm not even here at this point.
I know.
My mind is totally
this
gone.
entire game, I didn't feel like I was here either. But, just looking at how things progressed over this past weekend, as far as defense, I thought Blake Camlin made a good fit on defense. I honestly thought he did a good job meshing into the defense.
I agree.
And he
I agree
filled
with that.
a hole that really needed to be filled because there was just a lack of experience on defense, and he has experience playing defense.
He
so
played through high school, I believe.
it's just, we do need experienced defensemen. And if you're watching this, you're a junior player that's coming into college, come to Mercyhurst. We kind of need defensemen. But nothing against what we got. It's there, but it's not being utilized.
Right. Perhaps there's a diamond in the rough. I think right now on that big wall in the locker room, coach needs to put up a thing, wanted defenseman.
No moral quote from Montreal's locker room or anything like that?
No. Yeah, we'll pull from the Old West.
We just need to see this team face adversity better because that's what was happening. Goals were rolling in one after another against, and that lead, the margin was getting smaller and smaller. It's something that they have to work on. They have to work on facing adversity properly and keeping positions, just rotating through, just playing smart hockey. I'm trying to capture this the right way, but playing smart hockey is what it all comes down to. And there was a lot of dumb hockey out there tonight.
I think you hit it on the nail on the head when you stuck with the adversity thing, because you're right. Every time that lead decreases, you start to get a little more depressed, and it makes it easier for that lead to keep decreasing. It becomes a dangerous cycle. A vicious cycle. And unless you have a couple players step up and stop it, a couple players, team leaders, like Matt Warren, Leon, etc., players who can really come in and kick some butt, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have leads dwindle to what we have here, which is a kerfuffle.
Yes.
This was a kerfuffle.
And I am miffed. Come on, let's pull out a dictionary and come out with all words to describe this. But you know what? We have to look forward now. This game is over with. We have to look towards Youngstown State tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Same place. It's just going to be a different situation overall. I think the whole morale is just going to shift. Everything's going to be flipped upside down. We're going to have to see how the team reacts.
All right, well, you'll find out Saturday at the ice rink. But if you're watching this on television, well, then it'll already be past. So watch Thursday on Hearst TV.
And don't cheat by going to the website to find out the score.
It ruins it. It really does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up. A dismal game here at Mercyhurst College. I'm John Baranowski.
And I'm David Stearns.
Good night, everybody.